We're going to talk today about ET contact, connecting with your guides. And I have found that there is one thing that prevents people from connecting with their guides. And let me tell you, if you don't get over this one thing, if it applies to you, connecting with your ET guides is going to be very, very challenging. You guys know that I have a connection with my ET guides. I'm a spiritual coach. I help others work through their blockages that prevent them from connecting with their guides. I come across a lot of people that have this one thing blocking them, and that is the fear of that contact. What is that contact going to look like? What are the experiences going to be? How do they even know that they're being contacted? Now, my story may be very different from your story. My connection with my guides is very visual and it's auditory, very telepathic. You may receive feelings, emotions, things of that nature that if you can really sit with those will come up in process into thoughts and they will make sense to you. But it's the fear of not knowing what that is going to look like that is the biggest obstacle to connecting with your guides. For example, when I awakened and the Galactics came forward, I had a tremendous fear of ETs, movies, things of that nature, even the appearance. If you want to talk about grays, because that's what's all over Hollywood, the appearance of the grays were very frightening to me. Now, when I awakened, I had the Galactics come forward in shafts of light, very benign type of appearance. But later, they got me into my fears to help me work through that. And as I worked through those fears, I started to enhance that connection. I started to really entrain and align to their frequency. And once that happened, I opened up to my Pleiadian guide, my Arcturian guide, and many, many others. So everyone has the ability to do this. The important thing is that we find and work through those limiting beliefs. And I know you're probably sitting here thinking, watching this now, well, I've tried meditating, I've tried breath work, I make myself available and nothing happens. I hear that all the time. What we need to do is first off release any expectations. Communication is going to come in so many different ways. It could come in the form of telepathy, like I have it, very auditory, imagery, things of that nature. It could come in terms of knowing and a feeling. Your situation is going to be unique to you. Whatever your soul path is, the experiences that you're supposed to have regarding contact is how it's going to come forward. So the tip here is to release any expectations. Now, if you're saying meditation isn't working for you, if you're saying breath work's not helping, we need to let go of expectations. All too often, the people I work with will tell me that I sit and I do this for a little bit and nothing happens and frustration sets in. When our guides are ready to come forward, they affect our frequency in a way that allows us to start to perceive. All we have to do is let go of any resistance. And if we use our breath, that will really slow the mind down. If we take time to sit in meditation and just observe our thoughts, what you're going to notice is that different types of thoughts or emotions are going to start to flow up. You may not be aware of it right away, but the longer you do it, you're going to start to perceive things that are a little bit out of the ordinary. They're kind of mixed in the beginning with your everyday types of mental chatter, but things are going to start sticking out in this process. So when you're breathing, breath work, slowing your mind down, bringing presence to the body, sitting in meditation, grounding, observe. Just observe your thoughts, and little nuggets are going to start to appear that are out of character with the rest of the thoughts. That's the stuff you want to start to focus in on. You want to acknowledge it, and you want to be present with it and just allow it to be. It is so important to let go of those expectations and observe and allow. That is the biggest thing that you should take away from this video, is doing that. When we can release those expectations, the mind gets away from how we're going to receive communication. okay, or receive that connection or receive that knowing. This also opens the doorway to being able to communicate with those that we've lost, our loved ones that have passed on, passed over, and things of that nature. So I created a course on Udemy that helps you to do just that. And there is a link to it below in the description. If you guys are interested in diving into that, feel free to check that course out. It's got great reviews. It's very comprehensive, and it teaches you how to really get centered, get aligned, and allow for this information to start to come forward. If you know anyone that this video can help, please feel free to share it. I greatly appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up. And of course, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Thank you.